In this video, we're going to talk about Max Clark, a outfielder from Franklin, and that's in Indiana. There's a possibility that he could be going either third or fourth or fifth in the MLB Amateur Draft in 2023, and this video starts right now. Sabermetrics has put out a profile on Max Clark. I'm going to read you what they're saying about the young outfielder from Indiana. When Max Clark committed to Vanderbilt University during his freshman year, everyone knew he would be a special player. Fast forward 4 years, and Clark is now a senior at Franklin Community High School in Franklin, Indiana, ranked as the number 6 overall 2023 MLB Draft prospect and number 1 high school prospect by MLB.com. Max stands at just over 6 feet and weighs around 190 pounds. He bats left-handed and throws left-handed and is primarily a center fielder. What pops off the page when you read his scouting reports are the words true 5-tool potential. It is not every day that you hear a top prospect with potential to excel in all 5 major aspects of the game. When looking at today's MLB, there are just so few players who can really do it. The obvious players that come to mind are Mike Trout, Mookie Betts, Trey Turner, Byron Buxton when he's healthy, and Julio Rodriguez, all of whom are incredible players. Besides these five guys, though, no other MLB player truly fit that 5-tool description. Big league scouts are already putting Clark on the path to potentially joining this exclusive club of elite players, which truly speaks to his remarkable talent and certainly makes him a prospect to look out for. Now, MLB.com has a ranking that goes from 20 to 80, 80 being the worst, and 20 being the worst. His scouting grades from MLB, and this is Max Clark, are 60 hit tool, power 50 tool, a running tool of 70, arm 65, field 60, and overall 55. These grades are given on a scale from 20 to 80, 20 being the worst, and 80 being the best. These grades reflect his 5-tool potential, as he has a plus grade for hitting and fielding and plus grades for fielding and running. The only question that surrounds his game is his power, which has an average grade. His ability to essentially do it all on the diamond makes him exciting to watch. Clark has a sweet and mesmerizing lefty swing that just finds the barrel and absolutely destroys the baseball, with his exit velocity topping at 103 miles per hour. Though his power is grade is average, Clark can efficiently find the gaps and drive his teammates in to score runs. With his speed, he can turn base hits into doubles and doubles into triples. According to Perfect Game, Clark ran a 6.33 second 60-yard dash, which is in the 99.77 percentile of all 2023 high school prospect. He often uses his great speed to cover lots of ground in the outfield. His arm is also incredibly strong, topping at 92 miles per hour in throws from the outfield. When taking all this into account, Clark is built in the mode of a perfect prospect. Add on to his incredible play, Max also plays the game with great confidence, swagger, and flair. Every time you watch his clips or highlights, they just keep getting better. Clark's amazing skill, combined with the way he carries himself on the field, had made him an incredibly popular and lovable player, which is shown through his massive social media following. He currently has 213,000 followers on Instagram, and he is particularly popular with the new generation of baseball fans. To put that in perspective, Yordan Alvarez, Sandy Alcantara, and Rafael Devers, and many more elite MLB players have less followers than the phenom high school prospect. It is hard to statistically analyze a high school baseball player because of such a short season and relatively unknown level of competition. But here were Clark's stats, and I'm not going to read the stats. Current prospect comparison. Drew Jones. Drew Jones was selected 2nd overall in the 2022 MLB Draft by the Arizona Diamondbacks. As you know, Drew Jones is the son of Andrew Jones, the former center fielder for them, of the Atlanta Braves. Today, Jones is ranked the number 15th overall MLB prospect on the MLB website. Both of them are primary outfielders and committed to Vanderbilt University. The scouting grades are also very similar in terms of hitting, arm, and run. Clark has the higher hit grade by 5 points on the 20 to 80 scale. The only main difference is that Jones has a higher field, has a higher power grade, and Jones is 3 inches taller than Clark. Drew is a more polished hitter, and many scouts project his power to only get better. Overall, they are very similar prospects, thus making Max Clark a very attractive trade choice. MLB comparison. The main question that surrounds Max Clark, as I mentioned before, is his power. In today's MLB, the most important part of the game is home runs. Big league teams expect their players, especially outfielders, to be able to produce lots of power to drive in runs for the offense. If Clark does struggle with his power throughout his career, projecting to have a career similar to Kevin Kiermaier. Similar to Kiermaier, the main aspects of his game are contact, fielding, and speed. Clark definitely has the potential to develop great fielding and a strong arm. Uses amazing speed and hit for good contact in order to become a solid MLB center fielder. In Kiermaier's best year, he had a .263 average, 18 steals, 10 home runs, and won a Gold Glove. With Clark's star potential, I think that a stat line like this is very probable once Clark reaches the big leagues. Without the power, he will not reach that all-star or MVP caliber of play, but is definitely capable of being a solid piece in the outfield or for any organization. He definitely has 5-tool potential, but his power is not comparable to his other incredible abilities and skills. The ceiling is Mookie Betts. If Clark lives up to the 5-tool potential with which scouts describe him, the sky is truly the limit for Clark. Without great power, Clark will have a career similar to Kiermaier, as I mentioned before, hitting for a solid average and elite defender in the outfield. However, if he develops his power and excels at hitting the ball out of the park, or excels at getting extra base hits, then Clark will be one of the best players in the league. If everything goes right, I project Clark's ceiling to produce at a stat line similar to Mookie Betts. At peak development, Clark can be a guy who hits for 270 or better average with 20 to 30 home runs, 15 to 20 stolen bases, and provide great defensive stability for the team. At his ceiling, he will be compared to those like Betts and Trout, and will definitely be an MVP, an all-star, even MVP caliber player. Clark has the elite speed, arm, defense, contact, and average power as of now. If he is coached and developed the right way and works diligently to improve his power, he could easily be one of the top players in the Major League Baseball. When considered his potential to be one of the most talented major leaguers, his great size and frame and the fact he's only 18 years old is an easy choice for me to rank Max Clark as the number 1 draft prospect for the 2023 MLB Draft. These college players ranked ahead of him on MLB.com are also incredibly talented, but they lack that 5-tool potential, and they're already around 3 years older than Clark's. So they don't have his ceiling. Max Clark is an incredible prospect who can truly help lead teams to victory or a valuable trade asset in the future. When July comes around, do not be surprised if Clark is passed up by the Pittsburgh Pirates because of bonus pool issues, so he ends up with a serious team. Now, if you like this video, please like the video and leave comments. And, of course, subscribe to the Baseball Hut too. I appreciate you taking the time to watch, and I'll see you later.